let's talk about CRMs for your real estate business. If you've ever opened your CRM and thought, where do I even start? Then this one's for you. And you are definitely not alone. I help real estate agents every single week clean up their CRMs. And it might sound familiar. They might have hundreds of names, no system, and a lot of guilt for not following up. So if that sounds like you, I want to give you a couple of really quick tips that will help you instantly find more organization in your CRM. Because when you don't know who actually belongs in your CRM, you end up wasting time nurturing ghosts instead of building real relationships that convert. So in today's video, we're going to walk through exactly who goes in your CRM and who doesn't, and how to keep it simple so that you actually use it. And hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Stefanie Lugo, and I'm founder of the Market Authority Academy. And that's where I help real estate agents just like you create systems in their real estate business. And we do this to help their business run smoother so that they can scale without the burnout. If you're into that kind of thing, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel because I post videos like this every Tuesday. Okay, so here's what I want you to know right off the bat, and I'm gonna hammer this point home in the video. But if your CRM feels disorganized, if it feels like chaos, it's not because you're just naturally bad at follow-up. It's because nobody ever taught you how to categorize your relationships. Most real estate agents throw everyone they've ever met into a CRM and hope that some kind of automation will fix it. And then they're shocked when that doesn't work perfectly. But if you set up your CRM the right way, it can become a major blueprint for revenue in your real estate business. And that's what I want to help you do. And when I'm helping real estate agents rebuild their CRMs inside the Market Authority Academy, we start by drawing a clear line between contacts and clients. Not everyone is a lead, and that's okay. So let's talk about it. We're going to cover first who goes in your CRM. And here's how I define this inside my own real estate business, because I've been using the same CRM for the last 7, 8 years. This is how I've always done it. Number one, we're going to include people in here with whom you've had a real conversation about real estate. This isn't just some random people who liked your post and then fell into your opt-in into your CRM or email list. This is someone who has expressed curiosity about real estate or a certain path for them that would end in buying or selling or renting or investing. Obviously, this might include like open house leads. This would include social media leads that come into your DMs. I mean, you're taking those people and putting them into your CRM, right? You should be. Anyone who you have contact information for, who has a pulse, who has an idea or a dream or a wish of buying or selling real estate in the next 12 to 18 months. Okay, the next category of people that we're including in your CRM are people in your sphere of influence, your sphere, who you actually know by name. The easiest litmus test here is if you would pass them at the grocery store and stop and say hello, or maybe see them across the way at your kid's sports game, you know them by name, they belong in there. Other examples might include if these are people who are receiving your holiday card at the end of the year, they need to be in your CRM because real estate is relational and we need to keep track of our relationships. It makes sense to put them in one place. These people become your warmest pipeline of referrals, repeat business, and new clients. So we want to nurture them consistently from your CRM. Okay, and then finally, the last category of people are past clients, people you've worked with in the past, and other vendor partners or referring agents. Here's an important caveat, and we're gonna get more into like the specifics of using your CRM, but one thing you need to know is you should not be setting up your vendors or referring agent relationships in your CRM with any automations. We're more so using the CRM in this way as a Rolodex, right? Like a contact list. We just want everybody in the same place. So these are people who already trust you, that you've worked with, that you have a working relationship with, and we're keeping them in one place because if you're not staying top of mind, then you're leaving even more referrals on the table. And here's my opinion on this. I would rather have 150 awesome relationships across these 3 categories than 2,000 random leads who've never heard of me. A full CRM means nothing if it's full of strangers. So let's talk about who doesn't belong in your CRM because this is where a lot of real estate agents get stuck. So we're not going to necessarily add in every cold lead or random list that you've bought. If you've never spoken to them, if they're completely unresponsive, if you have missing contact information for them, you're not sure if they're even a real person or ever really wanted to talk about real estate, they don't have to be in your CRM. Again, we don't get extra points for having more contacts in here. So we really want to focus on the quality over quantity. We're also not including social media followers who have never DM'd us. Followers are your audience, not your client pipeline. The goal is to nurture them on social media and then move them into your CRM once they raise their hand with questions about real estate. And then we're also not going to include old contacts in here that just don't pass the gut check. The gut check is something that we talk about in the Market Authority Academy, and every now and then I have a real estate agent come in and they're like, well, I have all these people who I feel like I need to send a holiday card list or who I know socially, but honestly, I wouldn't really want to reach out to them and market for real estate. We're just not that cool. If someone's name triggers you or gives you some ick feeling, you don't have to put them in your CRM. Again, we're not getting extra points for the more people we have in your CRM, right? You can always re-engage later. You can revisit the name later, but if they don't pass the gut check, when you're putting them into your CRM, just go ahead and delete them right away. So now that you know who should go in your CRM and who doesn't need to be in there, you have some options. You can go back in through your CRM right now, run all of your contacts through that, should they be there, should they not, filter, and quickly find some more organization. And this is a process that I would be helping you through if you were working with me in the Market Authority Academy. This is something that I help agents do all the time. It's like cleaning out your closet. And once you clear out the clutter, you can really get a sense of what's actually worth keeping. And that being said, I'm curious, what is the messiest part of your CRM right now? Is it too many leads? Is it untagged contacts? Is it just straight up overwhelm? Drop it in the comments because I promise you are not alone. Okay, so now that we know who belongs, let's keep it simple going forward. Here's a really simple 3-bucket system for how to follow up with these contacts that we have left that you can literally swipe and implement today. So with these contacts, you've got a couple of options on how you might want to segment them. You can put them into lists or segments, whatever your CRM wants to call it, or you can just simply add a stage or a tag with these titles. And the first category are going to be your active contacts. These are people that you are currently in a conversation with. These are people who are going to be making a move in the next 6 months or so. Then you have nurture. So these are people who you've had a conversation with, but need some follow-up. We're talking maybe 3, 6, but more likely 6 to 12 months, they're ready to make a move. And then you have sphere. These are friends, family, past colleagues, people that you know socially who are not necessarily ready to make a move or talking about real estate, but people who would refer you or would do business with you should they have the need. And if you can get every contact in your CRM to fall under one of those categories, you'll never wonder who you should be following up with again. So here's how this looks in practice in my own real estate business. Because if you didn't know, I'm going on 11 years in real estate. And like I said, I've been using the same CRM for the last 7 or 8 years. Here's what my process looks like. Every morning, I'm pulling up my CRM. And the first thing that I'm actually doing might surprise you. I am reaching out to my sphere. And we're saying sphere for the video. In my business, we consider this the database. These are people who we know, like, and trust, who, again, are on that holiday card list at the end of the year. I'm reaching out to my database contacts, maybe just a handful each week, but I'm making sure to nurture the relationships that send me the warmest, highest quality referrals and repeat clients. Those people I'm touching base with first. After that, I'm reaching out to my active list. Anyone who has current and top of priority needs from me. This is setting appointments, following up, getting them to the finish line of the closing table, right? Our active leads. And then finally, I'm going to reach out to any of our nurture leads, our long-term nurture. And with any of these touch bases or follow-ups, I have them scheduled through tasks that I set with specific follow-up campaigns, which I can go into detail in a later video if we need to, that are reminding me when and how often I need to be reaching out to them and what to say when I do. And the secret to success here is I do the exact same thing every single week. I do not deviate. This consistency is what creates an ironclad, amazing pipeline of clients. So I always know when our next client is coming through. And that rhythm is exactly what I teach real estate agents in the Market Authority Academy, because consistency beats complexity every single time. And that's really what I want you to take away from this video is you don't need a huge fancy CRM. You just need a simple, repeatable plan. And if you're listening to this thinking, okay, Steph, but my CRM is a total disaster, that's fine. You are not the first. I have mastered the process of cleaning up that mess, and I even have a simple checklist for you. To make it easy, I have my free CRM startup checklist linked below in the caption. That's where I walk you through exactly how to categorize the contacts that you have have in your CRM so that you can finally make your CRM work for you, not against you. Remember, your CRM is not just a tool, it is your safety net. When you know who's in it and why, you stop chasing random leads and instead follow up and close your best clients. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. Those are really helpful metrics for me to understand if we need to have a further conversation on this. And if you want me to share a follow-up video with more in-depth detail on the action plans that I put my contacts on in my CRM, let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much as always for tuning in. Until next time, keep on crushing it.